What's up, you guys? Matt Jablonski here with the Point of Change. Good morning, everybody. I'm going to wait for some people to get here and hang out with me live. If you're not watching live, drop me a hashtag replay in the comments and still hang out with me. Today is the 2-year anniversary of me starting the Point of Change. The Point of Change is 2 years old. Happy birthday to the Point of Change. Oh, I'm excited. I'm pumped. If you guys don't know already, we're going to be talking this morning. We're going to be talking about the Point of Change. We're going to talk about the origin of the name, the Point of Change, when I started this, how it all came to me. And then I got the Point of Change pulled up. I'm going to share my screen with you guys, and we're going to Facebook stalk me. We're going to go on the Point of Change page. I was going to scroll all the way back down to the beginning of the Point of Change, and like we were going to go through the whole thing, but literally that would take forever. And when I share my screen, you guys can't hear the audio from anything I play. So therefore, what I figured is I just went back to the beginning of the pictures on the Point of Change, and we'll just go through the pictures that I've posted in the past 2 years. Give me just a second. I'm waiting for this to pull up on my phone over here too. Oh, quiet you. There we go. That way, because StreamYard doesn't show me the reactions. It gives me a total of how many reactions, but it doesn't show me when you guys are throwing hearts up and stuff. So I got you pulled up on my phone over here so I can see when you guys are reacting and stuff, and I'll keep up with the comments. All right, let me check some comments for a little bit, and then we'll get this show on the road. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Dana Combs. Thank you for being here. Sarah, good morning. Nicole, good morning. Jason Moore, good morning, brother. Good to have you here. Angie, thank you for being here. Angie Sheets, thank you for being here too. Johnny Childress, my brother. Good to see you, man. Dana Moore, good morning. Shared to everyone. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to the Point of Change. Thank you guys for being here. Michelle, good to see you. Pam Schwerman, you're awesome. Thank you for being here. Carrie, good morning. Karen, Josh, and Lori are here. Awesome. Good to see you guys. Awesome. Tammy Shankle, good to see you. Janet McClanahan, thank you for being here. Bretta Lane, good morning. Happy 2 years, bro. Thank you, Josh. Thank you, man. This has been an awesome journey. Guys, hit that like button, hit that love button, hit that share button. Send me out into any addiction groups you may be a part of or onto your own page if you wish. That would be even better. We're going to hang out for a little while. We're going to talk about the Point of Change. We're going to talk about when I started it, and then we're going to look at the Point of Change. Oh, and remember today at noon, can you guys see it? Remote training collar. Today at noon. It's just a couple hours from now. I will be going live, and I will be doing the shock collar drive-through challenge. Me and Caitlin are going to go through the drive-through. We haven't decided yet. I'm going to guess Culver's, but I don't know. Not a sponsor. But I'm going to put on a shock collar, and then we're going to go through a drive-through. And Caitlin gets to randomly shock me in the drive-through while I order the food, pay for the food, receive the food, all with a shock collar. So I figured after we're done talking about the Point of Change here this morning, we might as well assemble this thing. And I don't know, I hate to say test it before we go, but we might test it before. I'd hate to find out at noon that it doesn't work. At least if I test it now and the thing doesn't work, then I got a couple hours and I can go buy a different one and we can still do the thing, right? Right. All right. Lorna says, I can't wait to see this. It's going to be great. I love the videos, the shock collar drive-through challenge videos. I think they're hilarious. So I kind of wanted to do it, and I thought, what a great way to say thank you to all of you guys for all of your support for the past 2 years, for your support, for your love, for the likes, the loves, the comments, the shares, the messages, everything you guys do to keep me going and keep me pushing. I want to give something back to you. I know you guys love my humor, and a lot of you like to see me in pain for some reason. So we're going to do the shock collar drive-through challenge. Devaney, guess it's a good day to share a birthday. Yeah, your birthday's today too. Right on. Happy birthday, Devaney. Jason, oh boy, you are really brave doing the shock collar thing. It's for love. You know, the things we do for love, right? Luisha, 2 years has gone by fast. Holy, time flies. Thank you, Manny Jablonski, for being you and being here for us. Well, I can't be anybody else. Matt Jablonski is the only option you guys get. If I could be, I'd be Matthew McConaughey. If I could choose a Matthew to be, maybe just for a day. I mean, I like being Matt Jablonski. Don't get me wrong, but Matthew McConaughey would be fun. All right. Lorna, think you could have done something besides hurt yourself? Maybe I could have, but watching those videos cracks me up. So I want to do it. All right, guys, you know what? I'm going to play my awesome little intro video here, guys. So we will see you in 30 seconds. Thank you guys for all the support and the love for over the past 2 years. Here we go. And welcome back. How do you guys like my intro video? I love my intro video. That was made by a friend of mine, Austin. He runs 715 Tactical. If you guys have never heard of that, well, he does like Facebook, Instagram videos where he reviews weapons and stuff like that. But he also makes videos on the side. So I got a hold of him and had him make that intro video for me. I love it. I think it's great. Lori says, Maddie, I got a denture appointment on the 10th. Should I keep it? Yes, you should keep it. That's awesome. Definitely. Just be there. That's all you got to do is be there and just put, deal with a little uncomfortability. But, we're pretty used to uncomfortability in recovery and in addiction. So just get there and get the work done, dear. I'm so proud of you for making the next step. That's a huge step in your recovery, is repairing the damage that we did to our body, our mind, and our soul. That's what recovery is right there. So that's another foot in the right direction. So awesome work, Lori. Awesome. Greta Lane, good morning. Brittany Pereira, yay. Shock yourself once for me. Get out. Just get out. Just get out of here. Lori says, I'm kind of resistant. I imagine it's a little scary, but you're getting some things done. That's awesome. Trust me, even just having them removed is going to make you feel so much better. Like just not having the teeth there anymore, for one, it takes away the worry and the pain of those toothaches and the worry of infection and the taking antibiotics and all that struggle you're going through with having bad teeth. It's going to take that away right away. And just knowing that you're putting in the work, that you're doing something about it, is going to make you feel so much better underneath about it all too. Let's see, Carrie, best thing I ever did. Please do this for you. Yes, it is also the best thing I ever did for myself too. Well, finding recovery would be the number one. Lori says, because of you, Maddie. Aw, did Toothless Tuesday inspire you a little bit? I hope so. Tisha, good morning. Good to see you here. Thank you for being here. Dana Moore, congratulations. Thank you, Dana. Thank you. 2 years today, guys. 2 years of the Pointer Change. Oh, Dana saying congratulations to somebody else. Of course. You see my self-entitlement? I'm just like, yep, that's for me. Well, awesome. I'm glad you're giving her congratulations too. Okay, guys, so let's go way back to the beginning. Let's start at the beginning. When I first started the Pointer Change, where did this name come from? Where did the Pointer Change? Where did I come up with the name, The Point of Change? Well, 2 years ago today, I would have been sitting on Ryan's couch late at night, and I had the idea to be a motivational speaker. We could go back and start a little bit before that, but let's start here, and then I'll tell you. Well, no, let's go back. Let's go back a little farther, because I can't talk about starting the Point of Change without talking about my father, right? My dad passed away on May 7th, 2018. My dad was a huge part of my recovery. He was a huge part of my life, obviously. And him passing away really got me started on working on recovery, on making recovery my life. And it really inspired me, because when my dad passed away, I was just over a year clean. I was able to be there by his side and hold his hand as he passed away. And when I told, just being there and being able to tell him, Dad, I'm over a year clean. Really sorry for everything I did. Thank you for taking care of me. And then he just passed away so peacefully. And I know in my heart that he passed away that peacefully because I was there, because I'm in recovery, because I was able to sincerely tell him that I was over a year clean. I'm doing good now. If you need to go, you can go. And I want more people's families to have that release. I want more people's loved ones, their mothers, their fathers, their children, their brothers, sisters, your cousins, your aunts, your uncles, your whole family. I want them to have that same peace of mind that you're good now. And they can do, you know, if they need to pass away, they can pass away. If they need to move away, they can move away. If they need to get a different job, they can do that because you're okay, and you don't need the safety net anymore, you know? So I wanted to continue that. I want to help more people. So that's when I started the Point of Change. It was shortly after I had my religious awakening and I found God, and I just started having this outpouring of love. I wanted to help more people. I wanted to help people in recovery. So I started the Point of Change. When I originally started the Point of Change, it was named Matthew Jablonski Motivational Speaker. I know, hell of a mouthful. I know, really long name. But there was a couple reasons why I did it. I wanted to be a motivational speaker, obviously, number one. And when I was a little kid, my mom had a business at home, and it was an antique shop. And the name of the antique shop, we sold weapons, we sold like guns and bows and stuff like that. And she also had an antique shop on the side, so they named it Guns N' Roses. And you know, people seeing a sign on the side of the road that just says Guns N' Roses, they wouldn't have known what the hell that's about. So then she put antiques and, or what was it? Guns N' Roses, antiques and firearms or something like that she put on there. And I just kind of took a page from that, you know, that if you're going to make a page about something, you should probably have in the title what this page is for. So that's why I did. And Matthew Jablonski, I wanted my name on it for some reason. I think it was probably a little ego driven there. I wanted my name on this page. So Matthew Jablonski, motivational speaker, was the name. But then when you choose your name, if you guys have ever made a page on Facebook, you know what I'm talking about. If you haven't, when you make a page on Facebook, the first line you fill in is the name of your page, which I typed in, Matthew Jablonski, motivational speaker. And then right underneath that, it says @ like the little @ symbol, blank, it says. And that's your kind of like your net handle. You can type whatever you want in there. And then when people search on Facebook for @ blank, you know, it searches your page. And I'm kind of a witty guy, kind of a little, you know, I like to make puns. I like to do stuff like that. So I was sitting there and I'm thinking, what can I put here that's like witty? What can I do in this @ blank? So Matthew Jablonski, motivational speaker @ blank. And my first idea was stupid. My first idea was, here's what I'll do. I'll name the page just M, and then it'll be M @ TTY Jablonski. So it'll be like Matty Jablonski, but it won't be, you know, it'll all be like that, and that'll be punny. And then I was like, no, that's just stupid. Nobody's going to know what the hell M @ TTY Jablonski is. That's ridiculous. So then I kept it as Matthew Jablonski, motivational speaker. And I started thinking, like, what am I at? What am I at in my life? And it just like that hit me. I guess I'm at the point of change is what I'm at, because I was realizing like I'm hitting a point. Not only, you know, I already hit my rock bottom in recovery, and or in addiction, and then I came into recovery, and after my dad passed away, I hit this moment in my life where everything just changed. Like my mindset changed, my goals changed, my everything, every idea that I'd had about who I was in the past and who I am today and who I want to be, all of a sudden became so freaking clear to me. And I realized that's where I'm at. I'm at the point of change. I'm right here, man. I'm changing right now. So that was it. I typed in @ the point of change, and then it stayed Matthew Jablonski, motivational speaker @ the point of change for a long time. But then not that long ago, actually, I spoke up north in my hometown, and one of the girls that works for the Rusk County Youth Council, Cheyenne, messaged me, and she said, Matt, you should really think about putting the point of change in the name of your Facebook page, other than, you know, the what is it? That top picture that's on my page when you come there. I can't think of what it's called. Whatever, that big picture said the point of change. It's this is that picture. But other than that, my page didn't say the point of change anywhere. So I took her advice. And I changed the name of the page to the point of change. And I'm really glad I did, because cover photo says Brendan. Thank you, Brendan. Yes, that's exactly the word I was looking for. My cover photo is this. But other than that, it didn't say the point of change. So I changed the name to the point of change. And I'm really happy that I did on a few different levels. And the biggest level, the reason that I'm happy I did, is because I now feel, looking back, that having my name as the main star of this page was a little selfish and a little ego driven on my part. This page is not for me. This page is for you guys. This page is for your families. This page is for all of us to enjoy and for us to grow in recovery together. So It doesn't need to have my name on it. This is for you guys, you know, and people will figure out that I'm the guy, you know, I'm the pointer change guy. That can come later. They don't have to see my name right away. So that's where the pointer change, the name actually came from. Now, let's get into some fun stuff. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with you guys. I'm going to pull it up, and we're going to go back through some of the old photos on the pointer change. I already scrolled down, before I started the video, I already took the time and I scrolled it down to the very beginning. So when I bring this up, you're going to be seeing the very first photos that I ever posted on the pointer change, and we'll go through them a little bit and talk about them. Ta-da! There it is. Look at that. Oh, and there's Caitlin. Hi, Caitlin. Good thing you didn't send me a naughty picture. Good. Okay. So right down here, this M that you see here is when you first start a page, that's kind of the blank profile picture that they give you right away, is this big M, or a big initial of the first letter of the title of your screen, you know? This picture right here that you see next to it is when I first started the pointer change. Oh, I wish I had a picture of the thing I made. But when I first started the pointer change, I used Microsoft Word on my phone, and I typed up a profile or a bio about myself. And I took this picture right here. This was my Facebook profile picture at the time. And I just pasted it on there. So it was just a bio with this picture, where I'm from, stuff like that. I made it up on my phone. And then the next day, I went to the library here in town. I walked in, I printed off this thing I made. I literally used their printer to print this thing off, went into the room, grabbed it out of the printer, and walked straight to the office from the printer, and went into the office to the lady that runs the library and was like, "Hi, my name's Matt Jablonski. I'm a motivational speaker for addiction prevention and for recovery. I see you guys have speakers here once in a while. I was wondering if I could take a spot." And she was like, "Oh my God, yes, we're always looking for speakers. That's awesome. Thank you for asking. How long have you been doing this?" And I'm like, a while, you know. Like, I had balls the size of Texas on that one, guys. Like, if you want to be something, don't pretend to be it. Don't hem-haw. Don't think I am. You got to be hungry in this world. That's one lesson I take from the amazing man that is Les Brown, is you have got to be hungry for the next level. When that opportunity arises, you got to jump on it. You can't sit there and hum-haw. Am I this person? Who am I? No, I am a motivational speaker for addiction prevention and for recovery, and I would like to speak here. Now, as you see a lot of these memes here in the beginning. All of these, as a matter of fact, were taken from other people's pages. They were things I seen on Facebook that I was like, "Oh, that's nice. I'm going to share it to the page." After a short while of doing that, now it is very, very rare for a person to get sued over sharing a post on Facebook, but it is possible. It is a thought that could happen if you use somebody's picture or somebody's words or something that they have trademarked or something that is, you know, their property. And if they want to be an asshole about it, they can. If you just share it out and don't give them credit to the photo, don't credit the quote, you know, stuff like that. And that freaked me out. You know, CYA, cover your ass. I did not need to open this page and start getting a lawsuit, you know. So I used these quotes for a little while. I kind of did a few of these, but then I decided that I was going to start making my own posts and start taking my own pictures. These are some of the pictures that I added because after doing this here for a little while, I started getting some messages after posting these first few pictures here. People were asking things about me. They wanted to know what I look like other than this one picture that I had on my profile picture. So I uploaded a bunch of pictures. Most of these, like especially this dark ass yellow shirt picture right here, straight up meth out of my mind. Straight up meth head. Hardcore. I don't know why I would even have used that on my profile. You don't need to see this guy. But yeah, there too with the hat over my eyes. This guy is an active addict right there. This guy down here, he is also active in his addiction. This is at my dad's house shortly after he passed away. I took this in his backyard. This is at Ryan's house while I was in early recovery. This is at the park here in Whitewater while I was in early recovery. Oh, this guy right here is totally an active addict. I see those sunglasses and I see this thing in the background. That's my dad's Ford Ranger. So yeah, that guy's an active addict too. So yeah, ignore those. But yeah, then I remember getting a message after a little while. I was doing this for a little bit here, and And I got a message of somebody. She was like, hey, Matt, we'd like to see you speak. Do you have any videos of you speaking, or do you have any recordings of you speaking? And I was like, no, no, I don't. Don't have a single video. Never made a video of myself speaking before in my life. Had no idea how to do it. But that was when I realized, okay, time to start making some videos. And before I started this page, I had seen someone who maybe some of you know, LC, Lona Curry. I had seen a couple videos of Lona back, I mean, this is pre-transition, so we're still talking a while ago, you know, over 2 years ago. I seen LC's videos and I was like, wow, like she had this energy and she was ready for recovery and hungry for it and wanted, you know, good morning, good morning, good morning, recovery warriors. It is a beautiful day here and blah, blah, and going on, you know, and I was like, wow, like I could do that. That's something I could do. That's my personality right there. You know, I could make these videos. And at the time, I had only seen 1 or 2 videos from Lona, and I could not remember her name to save my life. Honestly, for a long time running the Point of Change, it kind of, I thought about her every once in a while. I was like, who was that? What was that name? And then I believe it was in the recovery crawl. All of a sudden, I'm looking through the recovery crawl, the listings, and I seen Lona Curry. And I was like, oh my God, that's that person. That's the person that was making those videos. Oh my God, I can't wait to see her. And and I tuned into her video, and now it has been a while. And if you guys know who LC is, I tuned back in and it's post-transition. And I'm like, who's this dude? That was my first thought. I was like, wait, who's this guy? And then I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, it's 2020. People do stuff like that. Now, if any of you think I'm being offensive, trust me, LC knows me and I love LC, and I'm not in any way transphobic or anything like that. I support anybody in pursuing their happiness. It was just one of those funny moments where I was like, oh my God, like you were a woman last time I seen you, you know? Throws a guy off, it really does. All right, let's keep scrolling up. Now here we see, this is when I found the Bible verses. I believe it's Job 33 something. This is the Bible verses that refer to addiction, explicitly defines addiction. I love seeing that. But anyways, this picture right here, we'll talk about this for a minute. This picture right here, this meth mouth picture I took, when I first started the Point of Change, I didn't have any teeth. Another big inspiration to me starting the Point of Change was before I started the Point of Change, I was a member in the Addiction Recovery Support Group. I'm no longer a member of that group, but we might talk about that. We'll see if we talk about that. But I was kind of making some posts in there, getting a little interactive, doing some things before I started the Point of Change. And I made a post one day when me and my best friend Ryan, we went to pick up a motorcycle. And while he was buying the motorcycle, I was standing there in the man's driveway and I'm talking to his daughter through the window. His little 4-year-old daughter comes up and she's talking to me. And she said, what happened to your teeth? Or what happened to your tooths? Or something like that. Some little kid thing, you know? And I was like, I was horribly sensitive about my meth mouth. I mean, as you can see by this picture, it was bad. Like all of my teeth were busted off of the gums. They were all black, brown, rotten. I had terrible breath. Like it was just horrible. I was constantly fighting off infections. I was fed antibiotics by the dentist, like on a constant basis. I had to take ibuprofen and Tylenol constantly. Most nights I had to fall asleep holding a can of soda or something out of the freezer, and I would hold it on my face as hard as I could until I would fall asleep. And that was my story for a long time. But then I went to this guy's house with Ryan, and this girl asked me what happened to my teeth, and I said I was naughty and they ran away. And she said, they ran away? I said, yeah, they ran away. And she said, are they going to come back? I said, no, honey, they're not going to come back. I got to get all new ones. And it was one of those moments where, like, when she first started asking me, I wanted to like cover my mouth. I wanted to like look away. I wanted to maybe say, you know, no, honey, don't ask me about that or something like that. But in that moment when she asked me, I had those instant fear thoughts, those, oh no, you know, I hate my teeth. I hate this. Why is she asking me about this? I don't want to talk about this. And then, but I was like, you know, she's just a little girl. She doesn't understand addiction. She doesn't understand that you did meth for 13 years and rotted your teeth while you were still alive. She doesn't get that. She's just a little girl. She's talking to a grown man who has less teeth than she does, and she wants answers. She wants to know what happened. So I made a post about this in the addiction recovery support group. I posted that whole story, almost forgot. I almost totally forgot to post this story, but then I remember posting it and writing, oh my God, I almost forgot to tell this story. And I typed out the whole story about this little girl. And then at the bottom, I said, the moral of the story, guys, is just stay humble. You know, we always get that knee-jerk reaction. You want to get offended. I said, people don't know your story. And even if they do know your story, they may not respect it. So we got to stay humble. You can't have that knee-jerk reaction of getting insulted and getting angry over these things. Hi, Caitlin. Stop it, Caitlin. I should probably let her know, hey, I'm live and you keep coming up on my screen. She should know these things. But anyways, so I made this post in this group and I posted it. And I told the guys to just stay humble, you know. And I got a message after I posted that, maybe the next day or something like that. I got a message from a woman in Cleveland, Ohio, whom I still haven't met, but I need to change that. I need to work on getting her up here or getting down there to meet her. She messaged me and she said the words that I will never forget. She said, I'd like to help you get your teeth. Caitlin, I got to message her quick and tell her. I'm live and you keep popping up on my screen. Hang on. Okay, so I made this post. This woman from Cleveland, Ohio reaches out to me and she says the words that I will never forget. And those are, I'd like to help you get your teeth fixed. And I said, you have my full attention. She said, we had a short conversation. She asked me about my clean date. She asked me about, how I'd been, how my recovery and stuff like that. She explained that her husband was a recovering addict and she likes to help addicts. And she said, well, I won't give you money, but here's what I'll do. Give me the number for your dentist. I was like, all right. No idea what she's going to do. Figured she's going to pay, a few $100 for me. Give me some credit at the dentist. And I gave her the information for my dentist, and my dentist calls me up. She paid for all of my extractions. She paid for the entire procedure to have my extractions done. $2,700 out of her own pocket to help me get my teeth fixed. She believed in me. In that one post that she's seen something in me. And her doing that for me restored my faith in humanity, for one, because in early recovery, I did not like people. I still had that addiction mindset. People suck. People will screw you over. People will rip you off. People will have you thrown in jail. We don't like people. And she fixed that. She changed that. She made me realize that there are good people in this world and that there are people out there who they don't want nothing from you. They just want to help you. And so she was another huge inspiration to me, wanting to help people the way that she helped me. And as it played out, she was going to pay for the extractions and I was supposed to pay for the denture. But time comes to get the denture made and I don't have the money. It's another $2,700 to get the denture made and I didn't have it. So I was like, Chris had asked me, she had made me promise her that I would see this through to the end, that we would get this done. And I felt so bad. I was like, oh man, I'm not going to be able to do it. I had recently started a new job and the dentist calls me up and they're like, Matt, we need that information from the woman who paid for your procedure. Your insurance kicked in at your new job and we got some money to send back to her. And I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. So I give them the information and I got a hold of Chris and I let her know, hey, the dentist's going to be getting a hold of you. They got some money they want to send back to you. And she was like, okay, cool. And then a little later that day, Chris calls me up and she's like, did they tell you how much money they're sending me? I was like, no, they didn't tell me nothing. They just said they needed your number. She said, your insurance paid half of your extractions. So they're sending me back half of the money. I was like, oh, well, that's cool. That's awesome. And she says, yeah, that's great. But She said, I already wrote this money off. The way I see it, that $2,700 is gone. I don't want it. She said, but I'm not going to let you keep it. She said, but here's what I'll do. I talked to the dentist with your insurance, with this money that they were going to send me back. I'm going to send them $300 more and they're going to make your denture for you. I don't even know what to say to add to that. I don't even know how to add any more of a miracle to that. I don't know how to tell you anything else other than God is good. You know, when my dad passed away, I firmly believe, like when my dad was alive, whenever I was in trouble, he was on the phone, man. He was calling my PO. Like if I was in jail, he was calling my PO. When's Matthew going to get out? What's going on? Where's he at? You know, and he would, if I needed a job, he would call people, you know, hey, Matthew needs a job. We got to get him a job. Does anybody have any work Matthew can do? And call his friends and call everybody to get a hold of people to have them, you know, get me a job. And when my dad died, I think he continued doing that. You know, I really do. I think he was sitting up there nudging God, you know, hey, Matthew needs a job. Get him a job. What are you doing? Hey, Matthew needs some teeth. Send him somebody, get him some teeth. What are you doing over there? You know, I could just see my old man up there just nudging God and having him help me out, you know. Let's see what else we got here. Ooh, here's some artwork for you guys. These are triggering pictures. I'm going to put them up on the screen, though. So if you're triggered, get out of here. I don't know how triggering it is, but look at that. That's one of my active addiction drawings there. When I was a little obsessed with methamphetamine, you could say, you know, obsessive or compulsive use of a drug or activity. So yeah, my meth use was definitely getting to obsession. So this is a meth pipe. If you don't know what you're looking at, it's a meth pipe with a skull. And here is the world. You see a theme? Do you see a theme going on here? This is the Earth and the Moon, but it is kind of a depiction of showing you that my world had turned into meth. You know, meth had become my world, that's for sure. This is one of my favorite drawings I've ever done. This is the tearing apart of my good side and my evil side. I never finished the evil side. I never finished drawing the evil wing over there, as you can see. And I think there's a reason behind that. I think that's because my evil side never totally formed. I was actually able to tear away before it. I love the symbolism behind that. Symbolism. Oh, what do we have here? I don't know what this is. All right, back out of this. Okay. Yeah, those are some of my active addiction drawings. There are more. I don't know why I didn't post them all. Let's see. Here we have, oh God, is that one of the crazy posts? Oh, it sure is. Here's a poem for you guys. This is a poem from my active addiction. I will read it out loud for you. Thoughts are flying, can't think straight. How long has it been? Day 5 or day 8? Days and days feel like one. Haven't looked outside, haven't seen the sun. Can I go outside? I think I need food. Wait, where am I? Who the fuck is that dude? Am I awake or have I dozed? I probably should. It's time, I suppose. I'll close my eyes and let my dreams be thriving. Oh, fuck, I forgot. I'm fucking driving. Sorry. Bad language, guys. Fuck, we could have died. I wasn't even looking. This was bad. That was bad. This is worse. I'm driving while the shit is cooking. I got it, dude. You run the flame. Twist it more, roll it less. No one smokes the same. Hit it now. It's rolling hard. Don't burn the shit. Don't burn the shards. These active addiction poems that I wrote are so... I don't know. I think they're really well written. I know it's terrible language. I apologize for that, guys. But I'm just blown away sometimes by the creativity that was locked away in my brain sometimes. So what we're seeing here, this was my first speaking presentation. I told you guys that I walked right into the library office and gave her the thing that I printed out, and she set me up with a time. And here was my first speaking engagement at the local library here in Whitewater, and it was terrible. It was okay. It was okay. It was okay. But all I did was I printed off a bunch of facts about addiction, and I stood up there in front of everybody, and I pretty much just read a bunch of facts. And I'll tell you how it went. I started off, I said, my name's Matt Jablonski. I'm a motivational speaker for addiction prevention and for recovery. I myself am a recovering addict. I used methamphetamine for 13 years along with any drug I could find. And then I said, but that's enough about me. Today we're here to talk about addiction. And I went on to my presentation and told them, you know, the definition of addiction. I told them a bunch of numbers, a bunch of facts, a bunch of percentages, and, you know, all kinds of like, really good informative stuff. And I get to the end and I'm like, okay, is there any questions from anybody? And every hand, there was only 10 people there. Don't let me blow it out of proportion here. There was only 10 people there. It was a local library presentation, but all 10 hands went up. And I was like, oh, okay. And first I was like, maybe I didn't explain things well enough. Maybe I got to work on that. Every single question was about me. They didn't ask a single thing about the information that I had just showed. Every question was, oh my God, you said that you used methamphetamine for 13 years. What is that like? What is it like to use meth? And I was like, oh, okay, explain that. Okay, so how did you get clean? What was the moment? When did you realize that you wanted to get clean? What helped you walk away? Oh, all right, we'll talk about that a little bit. So when did you become a motivational speaker? Why did you decide to start speaking? Okay, we'll talk. And I learned in that presentation, people don't give a shit about the facts a little bit. We kind of, the numbers and stuff is good to know. It's good information, but they want to hear about you. They want to hear about the recovering addict. They want to hear about the addiction. They want to hear about the drugs you did. They want to hear about not the devastation, but they want to hear how you overcame what you went through. They want to know about it. They're curious about that. So that's what taught me, to include some facts, because I think they're important. So I think there should be some facts and some statistics. But people don't care about the statistics. They want to hear your story. So the next time I spoke, we'll get up there. There I am. Look at me. I didn't even have teeth yet, guys. Didn't even have teeth yet. Was already given speaking engagements. So if you're out there and you think, oh, I'm missing teeth, people won't listen to me talk. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. Speaking with no teeth in his head. So just get out there and do something, guys. Just get out there and do something. These here that you're looking at are all the reviews that were written by people. Looking forward to your books, because I did tell them that I was, thinking about writing a book, which still has not come into fruition yet. Good work, keep it up. But I mean, all of them were positive reviews. And I made this thing too, by the way, the questionnaire here. I made this up all by myself. But yeah, it was an awesome experience and taught me a lot of things. So here we go. This is when I started making my own memes right here. This is when I first started doing my own little thing. I learned through this, by the way, here's another tip for you. If you start making your own memes on your page, put your brand on there. Put, like me, I should have been putting at the point of change on all of these, but I didn't do that. And I actually learned that lesson from, somebody started stealing some of my memes, which, whatever, thanks. I'm glad I gave them some inspiration, but they started saving them to their phone and posting them as if they were theirs. And I realized, oh my God, if I had branded it, then nobody would have been able to do that, or even if they would have stolen it, it would still have my brand on it and people would still know to come to my page, So there's a tip for you if you ever start anything like that, brand everything. Never forget where you were and the strength it took to break free. Oh, I did like these old memes. I like these. These are very inspirational. Thank you all so much for the continued love and support. Let's see. We'll scroll back up. Keep going. Here's an active addict pose picture right there. Poor guy. Look how skinny I was. Look how skinny I was. And I didn't even know to grow a beard yet. Now the beard is relatively... No, I've had the beard for coming up on 2 years now. So yeah, I've had the beard for a while. Skinny little active addict Matthew there. This one I really like. I really like that. Your light is beautiful when it shines through every obstacle. I love that. I've seen this tree and this meme made with many different things on it. I like mine. Okay. Oh, here's one that was a life goal for me. Thepointofchange.com. is $2,888 for this domain, guys. That's why I still don't have a website. Let's see. Oh, look at this guy. Look at that guy. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. See, now my girlfriend likes chest hair, so I don't shave anymore, but this is when I was shaving my chest. This one's nice too. I mean, it's scary as shit, but addiction claims the lives of 100 people every day. Good facts to know. Good facts to know. Oh, and here's one we shared out yesterday. Look at that handsome guy. Happy birthday yesterday to Ryan. Right on. Okay, scrolling back up. Here's me being snarky. We won't show that one. People don't like it when I flip them off. Oh, look at this. This is awesome. Oh my God, this is taking me back, guys. I'm so glad we did this. So this was when I got 300 people to like the page. Look at this. Today marks 300 page likes. This has been such an amazing journey, and I am so excited to share it with you, and I cannot wait to see what comes next. Thank you all so much for the likes, the loves, and the shares, and the comments, and of course, the encouragement, support, and love. Keep pushing, warriors. Together we are strong. Stay happy, stay healthy, stay clean. I love you all so much. Now, fast forward to today, we are over 7,000 followers, over 6,000 likes on the page. I mean, I don't know. Honestly, I've never compared the growth of my page to the growth of other pages. I don't know if I'm growing fast or if I'm growing slow. And I'm not worried about the speed at which this grows because this is my passion. This is my purpose. This is what I love doing. So honestly, if this grows slow as shit, I'm perfectly fine with that. If it explodes, awesome. I don't really care either way. You know what I mean? Here's a picture we got to show. There's my dad. Now, I don't know how old I was in this picture. That's not a hickey on my neck. That's just a shadow. If you can see the silhouette of my cell phone silhouette there, I took a picture of a picture. But I don't know how old I was in that picture. I was pretty skinny when I was a teenager, so this may not be a methed out Matthew. This may just be I was just a scrawny little kid. But the thing I love about this picture is the way my old man looks at me. The way he's looking down at me like that. Like, I love this picture. I love this picture. It hurts a little bit to look at, honestly, because it reminds me of how I treated him. You know, I mean, look how much he loved me and, you know, and wanted me to be happy. And it reminds me of the fact that I just straight up took advantage of that old man for years, you know. But I'm glad to be doing things that make him proud today. And here's a post I made that is, I don't know, it didn't get as much responses as I thought it would, but okay, I'll tell you a story behind this picture because this is I think it's one of my most inspirational posts I've made. It may not have gotten the attention it deserves, but I think it was a really well-written post. But when I made this post, I was in my Pac-Man pajama pants. I was sitting on my chair in my first apartment that I got, first moved out of Ryan's, and I was eating a bowl of Fruit Loops, and I was watching Avengers Infinity War. Like being the littlest kid you can imagine, right? And it was a post, somebody made a post that said, compare yourself to then, you know, then to now comparison. Like, post a picture of yourself when you were just a kid, compare it to now. And I busted out my old pictures and I found this one. And when I was looking at it, all I could think was, he looks so cute. He looks so innocent. He looks so... Because this is, if you can't tell, this is a little me. I was like, I look so innocent. I look like, you know, such a child. You would never guess that this kid was going to grow up to be a meth addict. You would never guess that this kid was going to go to jail for furnishing a firearm to a felon. You would never guess that all that stuff was going to happen to this little boy here. But it did. Addiction can happen to anyone. It doesn't matter how cute you are. It doesn't matter how innocent you were as a child. It doesn't matter where you came from, if you were from the country or from the inner city, because that was another thing I said, you know, after I get done listing all the things here that I was, that's exactly what this little boy grew up to be. He hurt people. He stole from his friends and family. He found himself in jail more often than free. He smoked meth and any other drug he could get his hands on. Knowing that, you'd think he came from a broken home, right? No, not really. His parents were divorced when he was young, and his mother provided an extremely stable home with plenty of food and love. His father was never more than a phone call away and always there to take him on his weekends. Well, he must have grown up in the inner city then. No, not even close. He was raised in a town with a population under 500. There were 8 kids in his 8th grade class. Addiction, crime, drugs, and violence do not discriminate. They can take over the lives of anyone from anywhere at any time. Never assume that stuff like that doesn't happen where you live, or that it will happen to someone else, because to someone else, you are someone else. Oh. And that last line there, that because to someone else, you are someone else. I know it's heavy hitting. It's hard hitting. It makes you really think. Guess where I got it from? That's from a Calvin and Hobbes book. If any of you remember Calvin and Hobbes, there was one cartoon strip where their house got robbed. And I remember reading it when I was a little kid, and our house had gotten robbed when I was a little kid too. So I really connected with that strip. And I remember reading it, and the last frame, Kelvin's mom is talking to his dad, and she says, you always think stuff like this is going to happen to someone else, but to someone else, we are someone else. And I remember even as a little kid reading that and being like, wow, that is heavy, bro. Like, and I remembered it for years so that I could put it on that post right there. Oh, I hope the guy who made Calvin and Hobbes doesn't sue me now. Oh, here we go. Here's a good one. So after starting the page, I really needed this laptop that I am using right now. My mom made me a GoFundMe. She made a GoFundMe page and asked for people to give me money so that I could buy a laptop. Someone seen that post. We still don't know who sent me this. I still have no idea, but someone seen that and went on Amazon and purchased me a laptop and had it shipped to my address. I still have no idea who sent this. It wasn't my mom. It wasn't any of my family members. It wasn't the woman who got me my teeth back. I have absolutely no idea what angel out there sent me this. But again, I just want to say thank you to whoever sent this to me. I don't know if you're still watching. I don't know if you ever watched, or I have no idea. But thank you for this, because I mean, I'm still using it today. It definitely has done its work. Let's see. Oh, and then I started, let's see, is that my first funny meme? I don't know. Most of my memes were inspirational up until this point. Yep. They were all inspirational. Really good, really well written, really good, awesome posts. Oh, is this the one? Yeah, here's one I gotta show off, guys. This was a picture that was taken by my late friend, Casey Hess. He took this picture and posted it on his Facebook, and I messaged him and asked him if I could use that for something, and I turned it into this, and he absolutely loved it. So, awesome. Now rest in peace, Casey. Miss you every day, man. All right, so then that's shortly after this, I started making funny memes. So this is the last, well, maybe I made some more inspirational ones, but this is the one that was, this is one I made that actually is in my presentation that I give when I give my speaking presentations. But here it is, the first funny meme on the Point of Change. Can you guys read it? I hope you guys can read it. I'm not going to read it out loud. That started everything. Oh, after that, let's see what else we got. Oh, here's when I was the moderator in that addiction group that I was in for a little while there, the addiction recovery support group. I became a moderator and I absolutely hated it. I absolutely hated being a moderator of a group. It was the most ridiculous, stupid process. I know, not trying to knock any of you guys out there that are moderators of groups and you love doing it. Like, if you love doing it, awesome. Hats off to you. I can't do it. I cannot do it. I can't put up with people's bullcrap of what they want to post on an addiction page and like just the weird shit that comes up. You guys have no idea the stuff in these big addiction recovery groups. You guys have no idea the stuff that people try to post in those things. It is ridiculous. I couldn't take it. I couldn't take that. And then there was a lot of things going on behind the scenes that I really didn't agree with the other moderators and admin. And then, well, I guess I can tell this story a little bit. And this will give you guys a little piece of advice here. Don't take things to heart. You know, this is Facebook recovery. We have to remember that word, Facebook recovery, because Facebook bullshit finds its way into Facebook recovery. You know what I mean? You're going to have a lot of problems with trolls. You're going to have problems with people in groups that just don't, whatever. You're going to have a lot of problems. When I started the Point of Change, I started sharing my posts to that group that I was in, the Addiction Recovery Support Group, and they didn't like me doing that. But I had built a good rapport with the guy who founded the page, so he allowed me to do that. He told me I could go ahead and share my stuff from my page. He was going to support me. And slowly that changed I don't think it changed with him, but I think the fact that he was letting me do that kind of, other members in the group didn't like that, for one. They didn't like that I was getting special treatment, which he kind of told them, don't, shut up. This is my group. I'll do what I want. Matt can share his stuff. But so I can see the credibility on their side. I can see why they didn't like them. Like, they didn't like me doing that when they had pages and they weren't allowed to share their stuff from their pages, but I was, Slowly, I think the other moderators and stuff got a vengeance with me over this and stuff like that. And I got a message one day from one of the admin, and she said, hey, just so you know, we're doing away with moderators. We're not going to have moderators anymore. We're just going to have admin. You don't have enough clean time to be an admin, so we have to take you off the moderator thing. You're just going to be a normal member now. No hard feelings. And I was like, actually, that's okay. I'm okay with that. I didn't understand it totally, but I was like, you know, I'm okay with that. I don't really want to be a moderator anymore anyways, so I'm fine with that. But it still kind of bugged me. It bugged me a little bit, you know, what that they just nixed me like that. And then about a week later, I seen a post come up in the group that said, this group is growing really fast. We really need more moderators. If anyone is interested in being a moderator, please message me. And you're probably thinking the same thing I am right now. Well, what the hell? What the hell is that about? So I commented on it and I said, you know, I was just removed from the moderators. I was told we weren't having moderators anymore and that it was only admin. Am I wrong? And my comment was removed. And that's when I realized, okay, gotcha. And I left that group, and I have nothing to do with that group these days. So whatever. Moving on. Oh, let's see. We still had some good stuff. Oh, okay, here's this picture again, and I will elaborate on this a little bit. This picture of my meth mouth. The day before I went to get my teeth removed, I realized I never let anyone take pictures of this meth mouth. I did not let anybody ever take a picture of me with my teeth showing. So right before I went in to have this nonsense removed, I said, okay, just in case, you know, maybe I wasn't sure that I didn't know I was going to start this page at that time. I didn't know what my future had in store, but I figured just for the sake of documenting this, like for the sake of helping other people and stuff, I'm going to take a picture of my busted ass mouth just in case you know, to show people, you know, of what meth does to your mouth. So I took this picture. I tipped my head back, opened my mouth, and took that picture. And I still absolutely hate that picture. But I'm glad I took it because, you know, it helps me out greatly with what I do nowadays. And then you see right next to it, you see this fucking goofy looking, look at this stupid looking picture. Oh my God, I hate this picture so much. I look like the bad guy from RoboCop 3. If you guys have ever seen RoboCop 3, that one robot ninja guy, that's what I look like. I hate this picture so much. I went to the dentist to try in my denture. I wasn't even getting it yet. I was just trying it in. And so there was no denture adhesive added. It was super loose in my mouth. It was just sitting in my mouth. And all I could do was hold it in there like that. And I figured, I'm going to take a picture. Or no, I was making a live video. This is a screenshot out of a live video I made when I was trying in my denture for the first time. And so ridiculous. It looks so stupid. And Ryan told me when I first got my denture, he told me I looked like a chicken that had found dentures, like something that isn't supposed to have teeth that all of a sudden does. And looking at this picture right now, I can totally see why he said that. Like, it looks like I shouldn't have teeth, but I do all of a sudden. Like you ever see those videos of people's dogs stealing their denture? That's what that looks like. So yeah, this is actually, I use this as a before picture. This is technically in early recovery, actually. This technically isn't a addiction photo, but this is super early in my recovery. I was still super pale, still super skinny, still missing teeth, as you can see. Look at that. That's what people seen when I would talk to them, you know? So if you guys are out there struggling with meth mouth and stuff, guys, definitely make the appointments and get yourself set up. I know I was very blessed and very fortunate in my recovery, but that doesn't mean you guys can't do it, you know? Let's see. Continuing on up. Oh, here's Thanksgiving. I went over to Minneapolis and went and seen my family for Thanksgiving. Those are the blessings of recovery. We're actually able to be there for stuff like that, you know? That's awesome stuff. Awesome stuff. Hey, look at this. You guys see it? Can you see it? I love it. I think it's hilarious. Glad you guys like my sense of humor. I really am. Oh, here we go. This is a good one too. Everybody get a chance to read it? Did you all read it? Did you all read it? I hope so. I love that one. And here's this is funny. This is funny. I think that one's funny too. I love my memes. I think my memes are hilarious. They don't get near as much as attention as they deserve. Let's see. There's my tiny little Christmas tree in my first apartment. Oh, that was cute. That was cute. That was nice to have my own home. Yeah. Oh, you know what we missed though? We went right over all this. Okay, so these are all reviews, but oh wait, no. Never mind. There was a video. I was gonna say there wasn't a video made, but this. I did actually go live for this. This was my second speaking engagement. This was at the University of Wisconsin in Whitewater. I spoke to the Christian group there at the college. Now, if you remember when I did my first presentation, it was all facts, and I learned from that I need to tell my own story. This was talking at a Christian group, so I of course I turned it into my story of how I found God, through how did I go from being a drug addict, atheist, to being a Christian these days. So I told that story here. And this is when I found my ending, because I gave my presentation here at this college, and I actually told my story this time. I didn't tell a bunch of facts. I actually told them my story. But I went farther than I normally do at my testimony. Okay, if you guys have seen my testimony at the high schools and testimony that I give now, my testimony ends when my father passes away. And this is when I discovered that I should do that. Let's see, how did it go? I told the part where my dad passes away. Everybody started crying. I had the whole audience locked in on my story. I get to the part where my dad passes away. I told it, passionately, as I always do. And I had the whole audience just in tears, and they were hit, and they were, feeling it. And I realized in that moment, I was like, this is my ending. This is the climax. This is where, this is the soul punch right here. I didn't even know how powerful that part of my testimony was until I started telling it in front of people and realized how it was. But then here's kind of a behind the scenes thing for you. When my dad passed away, like moments after he passed away, I went into the hallway, of course, first he passed away, let out his last breath. I broke into tears. I burst through the door of the nursing home. I come out to the hallway. I was going to say, come on, guys, he's passing away, or try and call my family into the room. But I couldn't. I could not speak. I walked out the door, and all I could do was tears were just flowing. And I seen my family sitting in the waiting room, and all I could do was wave my arm like this. And then I just fell into the wall. And, but we went back in there, and my brothers and me were all standing around Dad, and they asked me what happened, how did it happen? And so I told them, I was retelling them the story of what just happened. And I told my brother Todd, and my brother Todd and Mick were right there. And I told them, that I told him everything. I told him I was sorry. I told him I'm in recovery. I told him I'm doing good. And I told him, if he needed to go, he could go. And my brother Todd looks at me and he said, Matt, this is such an incredible part of your story, was what he said to me. And it didn't hit me at the moment. In that moment, I didn't, I was kind of like, yeah, I guess it is. I didn't realize that I would be sharing my story, and that I would be that would be the climax of my story, was to tell that part. Like, I didn't know that all that was going to happen, But then I gave the presentation at the college, and then after I told that part, and I knew that was my ending, but I continued, because after my dad passed away is when I found God. So I continued, and I told them the story of me going to jail after my dad passed away, and then being in jail for 2 weeks, and being put in the holy roller cell, and how then I told them about the Bible that I got when I was released, and all of this, and they absolutely loved it. But I didn't have an ending prepared when I gave that testimony. Literally, I got to the end and I was like, okay, and that's the end of my story. And everybody was kind of like, oh, he's done. All right, okay, we didn't know, So and that little moment right there made me realize, like, you have to have an ending. Like, they have to know this is over. You want this to be, okay, here's the climax, punch in the soul, dramatic ending, make a paragraph long speech to end your thing. So that's, I literally had no idea what I was doing when I started this page, and I've just been learning as I go, So each presentation I gave, I learn a little something from it, and I add it to the next one, Oh, excuse me, guys. All right, we'll keep on going. This is so much fun. I haven't seen some of these posts in a long time. Oh, my hat. My best friend Tony's mom made me that hat that I'm wearing in this picture, and I lost it. I have no idea what happened to that hat. Dang it. Regrets, regrets. Oh, and here's my first ever actual poster that someone made of me speaking. Like, this was so great. This was when I got booked. This is weird. This is a strange thing. Let me tell you guys about this, okay? When you start something, make sure you have multiple goals in mind. Because when I started The Point of Change, I had one big goal, one huge goal that I wanted to accomplish with this page and with my motivational speaking career. My big goal was I wanted to return back home to my hometown and speak at the high school that I went to. I wanted to speak at the high school where I started using. And I honestly figured that it was going to take me years to get to the point where I would be the caliber of speaker that could go speak at a high school and could go speak at my own high school. I was wrong. That was my third speaking engagement that I got hired for, was to come speak at my high school. So, and I'll tell you this, like, I don't want to knock myself too much, but after I did it, we'll skip ahead, to the after I did it. Now, that was a huge goal of mine, was to speak at the high school where I used. And I didn't anticipate accomplishing that goal as early as I did. So when I did, after I accomplished that, it put me in a weird mindset. It was kind of like okay, what do I do now kind of thing. And I kind of went into a little funk after I did it for a little while there, where I just felt like, okay, so, that was my big goal. That was like the big goal that I had for this page, was for me to speak at Ladysmith High School. And I already did it. And it kind of made me feel like, where do I go from here? What do I do? That was, in my mind, that was the top tier right there. And I'm already at the top tier. So be prepared for that, because it kind of sent me into a funk for a little while, and I kind of stopped doing a lot of things because I was like, I didn't know what to do. I didn't expect myself to be done already, So make sure you have, a bunch of different goals set for yourself when you start something like this, because sometimes God, it all happens in God's time. When we say that, most of the time we mean you're going to have to wait longer and God will give it to you. Most of the time when we say God doesn't give you things when you want them, we say that because you want something right now and God doesn't give it to you for years down the road, But sometimes it works the other way. Sometimes God gives you what you want before you are ready to get it. Like, he gives it to you a lot sooner than you anticipated to ever see it even coming in. So you have to be ready for those moments too, when he gives you stuff that you aren't even prepared to have. And maybe it's like, for me, that accomplished a huge goal that I had set out years ahead of myself. And now I'm already at that goal. So it put me into a weird funk. And honestly, what it reminds me of is J.K. Rowling, the author who wrote the Harry Potter books. She hit her rock bottom after writing the Harry Potter novels, after making millions of dollars and, becoming one of the most successful authors of our time. She hit a rock bottom. And a lot of it comes from, that's a topic for another day when we talk about dopamine. But a lot of it is dopamine, honestly, because, we think of dopamine as the reward chemical. We think of it as the thing you get when you do something, but it's actually, dopamine is a buildup chemical. Dopamine is the chemical that you get released in your brain when you're looking forward to something. Dopamine doesn't work in the present, it works in the future. Like, when you have a goal coming up, your brain is putting out dopamine, and dopamine is the chemical that keeps you going. It's the thing that keeps you excited, that keeps you, I can't wait for that thing, I got to get to that thing. And that's why, if you've ever had an experience where you had something big coming up and you get this build up and you're like working on it and it's a project and you're loving it, and then you finally give the presentation, or you do the thing that you've been working on, and then right after it's done, there's kind of this, okay, it's done now. Like, there's no big, like, it's just kind of, okay, what now? Like, that's because the dopamine stops once you achieve the thing. Once you achieve the thing, the dopamine shuts off. Chemicals like serotonin, things like that are like in the moment chemicals, but dopamine works in the future. Okay, so when you hit the end of that dopamine charge, when like me, I was preparing for this presentation and hoping it would be years down the road. And then I got it so early, and that dopamine stops, you know, and it was weird. It's weird. And that's what sends a lot of people into a darkness, you know, and it happened to me. Oh, look, there's the old name of the page. Matthew Jablonski, motivational speaker. What a mouthful that is. 735, 735, 736, 737, 738 people. Woof. Boy, we have grown, guys. Boy, we have grown. Thank you guys so much for all the likes, the loves, the shares, the comments, the support, everything you guys do for me. I cannot believe how far we have come in the last 2 years. Whew, just insane. Just insane. Let's see. Is there anything here I wanted to show you guys? Yeah, there's a picture of Tay. Oh, I love that. Better not be doing drugs. We're watching you. Nice. Nice. Oh, here's a good one for you. That feeling when you're only a few weeks clean and you turn down drugs for the first time. Oh, yeah. Goku. Going Super Saiyan. I love it. I love it. Oh, let's see. Oh, this was my speaking presentation. Okay, so my third presentation wasn't the one I gave at the high school. My third presentation was the one I gave to the community of Ladysmith the night before I spoke at the high schools, because this was a brand new presentation. If you guys have seen this, you guys have probably seen this video of me speaking at the theater or me speaking at the high school. These were only the third, my third time speaking was these presentations that I gave. So kudos to me on knocking out of the park. But anyways, this was only the third time I've given any speaking presentation. This was the first time I was going to be giving this presentation. So the deal that I made with the high schools that I was going to be speaking at was that I would give the presentation to the community the night before I spoke at the high school. So if any of the parents wanted to come see what I was going to be saying to their kids, if anybody wanted to see the presentation before I went and told, you know, before you let this meth head come into your high school and talk to your children, you should probably see what he's going to say to them, you know? So that's what I did. I gave this presentation. Originally, this presentation was going to be given at the local library in Ladysmith. But as time got closer to time for the presentation, we started to realize we're going to have a lot of people, like a whole bunch of people were interested in coming to see this thing. And at the library, we could maybe fit 50 people in the room that I was going to be speaking in. And then we brainstormed some different ideas. One of our ideas was to set up a live stream to have me speaking in this room, and then we could have another room with a big TV in it, and people could be in there watching on a TV. But I was kind of like, you know, who wants to watch a speaking presentation on a TV? They see me on their TV, on their phone every day. Like they want to see me in person. I want everybody in one room. So last minute, I think it was like just a couple days, my mom might know. Mom, if you remember how long it was before I spoke, like they all of a sudden last minute were like, you know what we're going to do? We're going to change the venue. Last minute, we're going to take you over to the Minor Theater in Ladysmith, and you'll speak at the theater on the stage there instead of at the library. And I was like, all right, yeah. So we put out a bunch of posts. We went to the library. I think somebody went to the library and put up a sign that said it had been moved to the theater. And it's a good thing we did, because I had over 250 people show up to show support and to hear my story in my hometown. So a huge shout out to Ladysmith, Wisconsin, and Hawkins and the Rusk County area on that one. Thanks to everybody up there who has supported me, and not only in my recovery, but in my career as a speaker. That was amazing. That was one of the highlights of my career, was speaking on that stage. That was awesome. And if you see there, welcome home, Jamie. That's from Jamie Kloss. She was a girl who went missing back then, and they found her, and that was just my way of showing support. She was one of the ones, another person that went missing that I made a post for on the Point of Change, and helped and aided in the efforts to find her, you know. Yeah, and here we are. Here's my best friend, Tony Leeball. I miss that guy. I don't see him very often. Anytime I go up north, I hang out with him. But look how tiny I am. If you guys ever meet me, I don't want to hear this, I didn't know you'd be so short crap, okay? I don't want to hear that crap. This is how tiny I am. He's a normal sized man, just so you know. He is not a tall guy. That is a normal man right there next to me. So when you meet me, don't be like, oh, I thought you'd be taller. No, you should have expected this. This is me standing next to middle schoolers, guys. This is me next to middle school girls. little girls, and I am what, 6 inches taller than them? So yeah, I'm tiny, guys. I'm a little itty bitty little guy. Oh, and look, when I bought my car. Oh, this car has been so wonderful to me. I still have this car. I love this car so much. Uh, oh, here's a good one for you. I had a appointment to go see my probation officer on Valentine's Day. So I brought her some flowers and I brought her some flowers and chocolate when I went to see her because she was the closest thing I had to a date. Oh, I thought that was great. Here's a good picture of me and Tay. Oh, look how cute she is with her little underbite. I love her so much. Oh, man. Let's see. Oh, here's a post I made. This was when I first started finding other people's pages, honestly. I wasn't watching too many other people's videos before this. These are all different people that speak for addiction, prevention, and recovery. Of course, we know Drew Hicks nowadays. Chandel Lynn made this post frickin' 2 years, or, made this post a long time ago. Let's see when I made this post. Let's see. February 21st, 2019. Awesome. And I'm finally getting her to come on the page next month. Finally. Richie Weber, of course. I can't remember this guy's name. Is it Kevin from The Addict's Diary? I don't know. Some of you guys probably know. Oh, here's a good one. Here's a good one. I like that one. I like my memes. I'm my biggest fan, I tell you. Let's see. What else we got? Oh, Drew Hicks, back when he hit 3 years clean. He's over 4 years now, ain't he? Hell yeah. Ooh, and look how good your boy cleans up. Look how good your boy cleans up. Ooh, I look so pretty. Oh, there's a shirtless pic again, guys. There you go, girls. There you go, girls. Grab your drool buckets. Grab your drool buckets. All right. Here it was the day I actually went to do a job interview over in Madison, and I told everybody that I was going to stop at the Capitol and take a picture of myself in front of the Capitol, and I did. So there you are. I literally had to park in a no parking zone and ran up the street, took a picture quick, and ran back to my car. Could not find a place to park around that thing to save my life. And then while I was in a suit, I might as well do a quick photo shoot in front of my banner, right? Set up the old tripod, take some pictures of myself looking all professional. Ooh, look how sexy. Ooh, look how sexy I look. Oh, I'm so pretty. Oh, it's funny. This reminds me of my dad a little bit, that picture right there. For some reason, that picture I look a lot like my dad. Oh, we got more. There's more. I'm such a goofball. I love it. There's a good natural smile. That's a good one. I like that one. Oh, there we go. The Undertaker or something. I don't even know what that's about. Oh, man. I'm so glad you guys like me. I'll tell you what. Yeah, the Pointer Change meets Brittany Harrison. Yay! Oh, I got to get Brittany back on here again. She's wonderful. She's a recovering heroin addict. She's a makeup artist on YouTube. I believe she does a lot of PR work for big time big time makeup outlets. I believe this was the first one I ever did was Dominica Francie, who we became pretty good friends after that for a little while, and then we just kind of drifted apart after some things. So I don't really talk to her anymore, and that's kind of sad, but I suppose could always pick the phone up and call her. Oh, here's a picture we need to look at. This is Jessica Barton. Jessica she volunteers at Studio 54, I believe, or maybe Studio 84. Yep, Studio 84. It's a nonprofit art studio and gallery and gift shop that specializes in the creative development of people with disabilities. And Jessica used to sit outside, and she would smoke cigarettes. I don't know. She shouldn't be smoking cigarettes, but she would be outside of Studio 84 smoking cigarettes, and she would bum a cigarette from me every once in a while. And she absolutely loved Tay-Tay, and she asked me if she could paint Tay-Tay, if I would commission a painting from her, and I was more than happy to commission a painting from her. And that's the painting I got. It's actually hanging in Abigail's room. All right. Oh, there's Caitlin. I'm about to leave my house on the phone with my gray. Okay. Awesome, awesome. Oh, wow, it's already after 11. Wow, thank you guys for hanging out for so long. Look, the Pointer Change meets Drew Hicks. Boy, that happened a long time ago. Really glad that it did, though. Well, we covered some awesome stuff. I hate to go any longer because I'm going to be seeing you guys in less than an hour. So you know what? Let's scroll up a little while longer here. Where's the? I wanted to show you the one meme I've had that has gone viral. That was one thing I wanted to show you. Here it is. The one meme of mine that has gone viral out of all of the inspirational posts, out of all my videos, out of all my stuff I have done. The Spice Girls saying, if you want to be my lover, you got to quit smoking meth, has 16,000 shares, you guys. 16,000 shares for this right here. And literally, when I wrote this, I didn't even sing it. I didn't even notice that it was so perfect that it went to the music. I just wrote, I read it. Like, I was like, if you want to be my lover, you gotta, I don't know, you gotta quit smoking meth, I guess would be what you gotta do. So I typed in quit smoking meth, posted it, and then it wasn't till after I posted it and people started commenting, oh my God, I'll never hear the original words to this song again and stuff like that. And then I was like, oh my God, it does go perfect to the music. So that went viral on me. And of course, we got to show Diamond and the recovery ribbon, man. I was so pumped that I was already following this guy on Facebook when he made the ribbon. And I was like, as soon as he made the post that said, you know, I created the first of its kind recovery ribbon, and I right away messaged him and was like, dude, we had talked in comments on posts in the past. Me and him had little conversations, but I didn't know he was a recovering addict. I didn't know anything about the guy. And then he made that post and I was like, dude, like, I don't know if we've never talked before. You don't know who I am. I don't know who you are, but like, I'm a motivational speaker for addiction prevention and for recovery. I love the ribbon. Is there any way I could interview you about it and come get it from you? And he was like, absolutely, man. I would love to do that. So yours truly, Matt Jablonski, and the Pointer Change is the home of the very first interview with Diamond about the recovery ribbon. The news channels, everybody else that's seen him. Baby, you're okay. So sorry about texting you while you're doing your show. It's okay, baby. It's okay. I'm gonna tell her. It's okay. Oh, I love you. But yeah, so the news outlets and all those other people that interview him, they know nothing. I was the first one to get to him. Okay, so we better get back out of this then. Let's stop that. Let's go back over here. What's up, you guys? Thank you guys for hanging out with me all this time. So I figure before I get there and get shocked, we better at least test this thing out and make sure it's going to work, right? So if you don't know what I'm talking about, in less than an hour at noon, I will be going live to do the Shock Collar Drive-Thru Challenge. Meaning I will be going through a drive-thru with this shock collar on. And Caitlin will be shocking the shit out of me as I order the food, pay for the food, and receive the food. Oh, come on, Pongo. So here's the collar. Let's go ahead and assemble this thing and make sure it works. Let's see. I am so scared right now. I don't know if you guys can detect how terrified I am. Oh, I've never done this before. I have friends who have dogs with training collars. I have friends who have like hunting dogs and stuff. And I never have I just taken their collar and been like, you know what, I'm going to try it. I've seen people do it. My buddy Tony, when he got his training collar for his dogs, he was like, I'm not going to put it on him unless I know what it feels like. So he put it on himself and shocked himself. And it looked terrifying. And if you guys seen the picture of me and Tony, Tony's bigger than me. And it hurt him. Oh God, I don't know if I want to test it. What if it hurts really bad and then I decided I can't take it back now. Even if this hurts like hell, I can't take it back, can I? Oh man, I'm so scared right now. Okay, so this has got to go through here, through there, through there. Here we go. That's nice. That's nice. Now I gotta put the clip on here. Gotta do it professionally, right? I gotta do it professionally. God, I hope you guys come by in an hour here if all this work. And this is gonna be so much pain. Really hope you guys will be here. Oh God. And definitely give me some shares on this video, on this one too if you want. But you know, these goofy videos, for some reason people, you know, for some reason people love goofy videos. And if I can get them to come here for a dog collar shock video, and then they see me and then they're like, hey, maybe I should check out this guy's live videos once in a while. And then we get somebody to, you know, get a little inspiration in their recovery, all because they stopped by. Just see me get shocked with a dog collar. Oh my God. Where do I want it? Does anybody got any tips? Should I put it off to the side so it doesn't burn my vocal cords out? I am a speaker. You know, I don't want my vocal cords getting shocked. Hang on. I have such a skinny little neck, apparently. This is made for big dogs. And I'm a little chihuahua. Okay. Oh man. I'm so scared right now. It's already got the light on it. Oh man. Oh, it's kind of tight. It feels like I'm getting ready to have some fun. All my freaks out there know what I'm talking about. All right. It's a little tight. We're all right. That's good. It's good. Oh man, I'm so scared right now, you guys. I'm on the edge of my seat. Oh, this would have been a good fundraiser, says Mom. Maybe it would be. I don't know if people want to send money to an idiot who will put on a dog collar and shock himself. And then not only put it on, but hand the remote to his girlfriend. Oh, man. Okay. It's all the lights are on. Oh, shit, I'm so scared right now. Let me see if the vibrator works. It worked. The vibrator works. It works. Oh, man. I'm so scared right now. Is it got a... What's this thing? It's got a beeper. Oh, my God. Here we go. Ready? Ah, Jesus Christ. Holy shit. Oh, my God. Oh, man. This is not going to be fun. Oh, man. Why did I decide to do this? Oh, no. Oh my God, that hurts so bad. Okay, so you guys, you gotta be here at noon. Holy shit. All right. Oh, so be prepared for some foul language at noon. I'll tell you that right now. Oh my God, dude. I'm gonna leave it on that setting. I'm gonna leave it right there. It's a good setting. Holy Stay happy, stay healthy, and stay clean. Oh man, I'm so terrified right now.